Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, everyone. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Those who coming in now. And for those, I forgot to get some water. Hold on.
Hello, everyone. We're going to let a few people come on in. This was an impromptu. This was last minute, y'all. So, Samson said, yo, what's up, Samson? And thank y'all for supporting Samson. Everybody who supported him and who ordered from him and who sent him donations. Much appreciated. Showing the young brother some love. Asante Sana. So yeah, we're gonna let a few people climb on in before we get started. This was unplanned, y'all. Nashborough Village. Oh, what's up?
Oh, what's going on, Derman?
Who's that?
Our neighbor that was up the road.
Oh, they used to
The
be
African guy.
The farmer's market.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's up, man?
No, not the farmer's market. He used to live up the road from us. Not at the farmer, not the farmer's market, in Nashborough Village, in the community. He used to stay like a few. The Jamaican. My bad, bro. You are Jamaican. My bad.
Okay.
But yeah, he used to live up the road from us.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What's going on, bro? Thank you for tuning in, brother.
Can y'all hear us? If y'all can hear us, give us a 1 before we go ahead and get started.
Samson, shalom, bro.
Yeah.
Welcome, man. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Happy holidays to you too, brother. Happy holidays. About to be a new year, 2025.
For some people.
Yeah,
some people celebrate in March, September. Yeah. So whatever you do,
enjoy.
Do you?
Yeah.
But yeah, some people are bringing in the new year tonight. So yes. Angel Walters 1. Okay, let us know where y'all tuning in from. Let a few more people get in.
I wonder how things are in Nashborough Village now.
Tim, when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Trust God.
All praises. God,
man. Yeah, all praises.
When I grow up, I want to be like Christ. Let's see. Watching from
Nigeria.
What they say? Delta State. Okay. They call April 1st April Fools for a reason. Yeah, y'all go ahead and hit the like button while we letting some more people get in here. Then we're gonna go ahead and get started.
The spirit of Yah, shalom, Karibu, welcome. Welcome, you guys.
Sherry Tillman. Hello.
Hello, Sherry. Karibu.
Let us know where y'all tuning in from. It's always good to see where everybody's from.
Got one from Nashborough Village in Nashville.
One from Nigeria, Delta State.
Nigeria. And we got another one from Tanzania, Samson.
Jacksonville, Florida. Brother Robert, hey, how you
welcome,
doing?
Brother. Jace.
Newport News, Virginia. Done. Hit
the like button.
Oh, hit the like button. Okay.
Virginia.
From America, living in South Africa. How's South Africa? He was just talking about that. He want to go to one of the amusement parks over there for his birthday.
Yeah, I just saw that they got a real legitimate amusement park. Have you been over there yet? Chesapeake, VA.
I thought that said Cheapskate, Virginia. Yes, Chesapeake.
Chesapeake, Virginia, tuning in.
Should I turn off the air conditioning?
That's fine.
Good. Washington.
Unless you cold.
No, I guess Washington, D.C. or Washington State. Yeah. How long has it been? 5 minutes. You want to go ahead and get started?
Yeah.
Love it. I bought a home here. Okay, that's good because some people be giving, you know how it is on the internet. People be giving mixed reviews about South Africa. So that's good to hear that you are enjoying it.
Macon,
Macon,
Georgia.
Georgia,
Welcome
Ronnie and
from
Tammy
Macon.
Gibson. Okay,
Welcome,
Macon,
Macon.
Georgia, Washington State. Okay, I
Wow.
visited there once. It's very green, very green. Living in
Washington
Atlanta,
State.
but from upstate New York. Okay, my old stopping grounds.
I favor your son. Well.
And you favor my son. Yeah, Ghana.
Ghana.
Okay, stop smiling. From
From
Memphis.
Memphis, living in Dallas. Oh, I'm from Memphis, man. If you don't know if you know or not,
Maryland.
there's a lot of people going to Dallas now.
Went to school in Maryland, Laurel, Maryland, to be exact.
I want to move to the continent really bad. Make it happen.
Okay.
Make it happen. It's possible. You got to tune in, hone in, and use your gifts to get on over here and block out the distractions in the world.
Yeah.
And get it done. Yeah, it's been 6 minutes. We got enough people in here right now to get started. Oh, you knew. Yeah, M-Town, you know.
Wow.
But yeah, welcome y'all. Welcome. Thank y'all for tuning in. You're watching this on playback. Thank you for watching us right now. We appreciate your time. Appreciate you guys for tuning in with us and giving us the opportunity to have you guys' attention. We don't take it for granted that we are able to be blessed with you guys' attention. You could be doing anything right now, but you're sitting down and watching us. So we appreciate it, and we hope we're able to bring some knowledge from the Most High as yielded vessels to continue to do His will, to just edify our people and help them, understand the times and really feel what we're going through right now. So, man, thank you guys for your time and your attention, and we hope, we're blessed to be able to have the words to speak so that we can actually edify our people and help them out. Yeah, this journey is all about showing people a light into our lives and giving you guys an example of what's possible if you're believing and trying to come over here in Africa or whatever you're trying to do in the world. We want to give you guys information and give you the tools in order to be successful and have strength in your walk and having faith, because this is all a faith walk. Everything you guys see us doing is all about faith, and we just trust in the Most High every step of the way and just yielded vessels to His will. So, yeah, that's the main vision and the main focus that we have. Of course, we want you to come to Africa if you feel led, if you have the calling, if you have the gift. But ultimately, we want you to follow what the Most High have you to do and keep the faith as you go through whatever you're supposed to go through.
Yeah, and what's up, Kiki?
She brew.
Yeah, it's the faith, man. Like I don't know about you guys, but our faith has been getting tested like on another level lately. Like when I talk about like you're gonna have to walk that walk and talk that talk. Like the Most High is like, okay, like are you gonna have real faith or are you gonna have play faith? Like this is the season to have real faith. When I say you walk by faith, not by sight, like you walking on a path and it's completely pitch black. You don't know where you're going. You just gotta feel your way around and see where you're going. But you have to trust and know that the Most High is leading you. Like even if you start hearing stuff crunching, like noises, howling, screaming, like you still got to keep walking on that path. And the Most High has been testing our faith so much lately, because we not just up here talking. Like we get where our faith is being tested just like everybody else's. Even though we're over here in Africa, it's still being tested, And I know that it's for a reason because faith is. I was just talking to my sis Princess about this earlier. Like faith is a muscle. You have to exercise that faith. So the only way you're going to be able to exercise your faith is if you're being put in tough situations. If you're being put on a pitch dark path, and you can't see, you just have to literally feel. I don't know if you guys know how that feels like, especially being in Africa when the lights go out. That's something like, and it's dark outside. Like it can be nerve wracking sometimes. Like especially like if you wake up, if you sleep and you wake up and it's pitch black and you can't see nothing and you don't have your phone right there and you feeling around in the dark. Like anybody who's been in that situation knows. Like I even keep a little solar light in my children's room because they'll wake up terrified. Like if it's like pitch black and the lights went out. But that's kind of like how we have to operate when we're operating and we're exercising our faith. it's going to be hard. Like anybody who's done exercise, when you exercising your muscles, it's not fun. It's not easy. Sometimes you struggling and you want to give up. You getting tired, but we have to keep pushing. And we not just up here talking. We walking by faith every day.
Man, every day.
day.
Killer siku, like they say here in Swahili.
Yeah.
Every day you have to put your big boy or big girl shoes on and have faith. There's times where we got to walk blindly and just continue to trust the process. And she said, not T3.
No, it's not T3 really. It's really B9.
Yeah.
She wake up, she'll be a little. But I tell her, you have no fear. So I have no fear, but she only 3, so that's only so far. That's gonna take her.
Like, Daddy,
yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
The power gonna come back on. It's good, but yeah, you gotta have that faith, man. You gotta walk through that journey and continue to just trust what the Most High put in you. When you started, you had a vision, you had a mindset, you had a end goal in place. But sometimes when it gets dark, you still have to hold on to that. You still have to remember what the Most High told you, because it's through those times that you are being tested to see if you really deserve what the end goal is, what the end vision is. So, even though it may get rough, it may get tough, it may get difficult around you, you have to still hold on to the vision and trust what the Most High put in you and go through it. It's not fun. If you're called to do something big, if you're called to do something major, it's not going to be fun to break generational curses. It's not going to be fun to walk through the fire. It's not going to be fun going through those processes, but it's what's necessary in order for you to get to the other side, in order for you to really earn and take a hold of your birthright, what you came here to do. So just hold on tight. It's worth it at the end.
Yeah.
That's what we that's what we banking on. As a married couple, that's what we really are focusing on, even though we're going through tough times, even though fiery darts are coming, even though the enemy is trying to overtake our minds, we still are focused on what the end goal is and what the vision is, what it was when we first started this ministry, this mission, when we first came over here to the continent of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have a tall task of showing people our journey and showing people what we are doing over here to inspire others. And even though we inspire others and they change color, like they say in Tanzania, like they get here and they change color. Like we don't understand. But we still have to walk and we still have to do what we are called and told to do, because that's what we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and without faith, it's impossible. You can't please God if you don't have faith. And that brings us into what we want to talk about on this evening. Y'all can see the title is "The Beast System is Here." So I want to ask you guys a question before we get into it. How many of you guys have been in your area? Have y'all been seeing the fog? Let me know before we get started. If y'all been seeing the fog, give us a 1 or an explanation, or say yes or something like that. Let us know if y'all been seeing the fog in y'all area. I don't even want to call it a fog, but for a lack of whatever the heck it is, I'm gonna just call it a fog.
Yeah.
It's saying 1.
Did you turn your hotspot back on?
No, you want me to turn it?
Yeah. And if you have seen it, where are you?
Yeah, where are you if you've seen the fog?
Yeah, not in South Africa. You ain't got to worry about that.
No, this is mostly in America and the UK, from what I've seen. Somebody say yes with an exclamation point. Okay.
They like, yes. Ooh. Georgia. They saw it in Georgia. Yeah, I saw some videos.
Minnesota, Virginia. Not yet in Las Vegas, ATL. Wow.
Not yet in Vegas. Okay.
Okay. Yes, in the UK. Wow.
I'm noticing though, it's been a lot of places close to the water, like right next to oceans. Well, Georgia, it got a coast as well.
Is Minnesota by the ocean?
Minnesota.
That's a shame. I should know the map of America. Hello, guys. You are right. The beast system is here. Yes, I'm near Towson, Maryland. I see the. Okay. So, should I go into the dream first or talk about?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so as you got, and sometimes I hate telling my dreams because I feel like I be getting treated like Joseph sometimes. If y'all know about Joseph was a dreamer, And when he told his brothers a dream that he had, they basically tried to kill him. But one of the other brothers saved him, and they wound up selling him into slavery, which wasn't any better. But through that,
a little bit. Death for slavery.
He was a slave, and then he was accused of rape. He was thrown in prison for like 10 years. So I don't know. Death meant whatever. But I have to be obedient, and come what may, I don't care. You're gonna be, if you do good, they're gonna talk. If you don't do good, so
man.
But going back to the faith walk, right? So this week has been like, this whole year has literally probably been, I was just telling them, this has probably been the worst year of my life. What about you?
Yeah, it's been pretty.
This year has been like
terrible.
Literally the worst year of our lives. And that's saying a lot because I've been through a lot. But in terms of like just the testing, like seeing if we want to even stay true to what we've been preaching all these years, it's been really rough this year with everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
And this week, like I just got to my wits end, and like I just had an honest conversation with God, like, God, Most High, like what's going on, like, like especially like, and I'll just be honest with you guys, like it really like has been hard, like especially like in terms of our finances, and the enemy is like after our finances heavy.
Yeah.
And so I was just crying out to God, like what's going on, like stuff not moving the way it's supposed to, like the way it normally does. And like I know it's an attack. God been speaking to me throughout this year. I'm not gonna get into too many details, but I was just having a conversation with him. Like I was letting him know my true feelings. Like, God, I'm angry. I'm frustrated. Like I know what you told me. I'm not seeing the promises that you promised me come to pass. And like, what's going on? Like, can you let me know? Like I was crying, boohoo in tears, and I was like, can you let me know? Like when is all this stuff gonna happen? Because he been showing me things like of things that's to come, and what he wants us to do like in these times, and how he wants us to lead his people. And I was like, can you give me a date? And this is something that I've just started doing, is like literally like asking God specific questions. And that's something you can do too, like ask him specific questions and he'll answer you. So I was like, when is all this stuff going to happen, like as far as like really getting into like the B system, because I want to know how to lead my people and how we need to move as well. And that's the same night that I asked him that, I had a dream. And he answered me the same night. I had a dream, and in the dream, I was actually with Canadian Prepper for some reason. I don't know why he was in my dream, but all of a sudden I just saw like troops moving into America, and they were rounding people up. And I talked about this before. I had another dream before where they was rounding people up, but they was rounding people up, and I was with Canadian Prepper and some other people, and we escaped. And I don't know if we was on a train or a bus, but we was on some type of vehicle, some type of moving vehicle, and we were like getting away from what was going on. And when I was on the train or the bus, I just started like, I went into a vision, and I just started prophesying on the vehicle, and people were just looking at me like amazed, like in shock, like what, like okay, like wow, what she's saying is true. And I heard in my spirit, tomorrow. That was the answer to my question when I asked God, when is all this stuff going to happen? He said tomorrow. This was earlier this week. This was maybe like what, 3 days ago? I think 2 or 3 days ago. And he was like, tomorrow. I said, tomorrow? He was like, yes, it's imminent. I said, okay. So when I woke up in the morning, I was telling Tim my dream, and I didn't tell him that he told me tomorrow. I just said it's imminent. Like whatever's coming upon the world that he's been telling me about all these years, like everything, y'all know, everything that's gonna happen. He told me it's gonna start happening tomorrow, which was 2 days ago. And when I woke up, I told him, I was like, all this stuff is imminent. Like this stuff is imminent. It's about to happen.
And what was we about to do before that though?
But we was about to make a bad decision, to be honest with you. Like we was about to go down a path we wasn't supposed to go down. And God stopped us right there. He said, what's about to happen is about to happen right now. And the next day after I had that dream, yeah, what I was saying. No, okay, yeah. So the next day after I had the dream, after he said this stuff was about to happen tomorrow, I woke up the next day, and I was on YouTube, and I started seeing the stuff about the fog. So for those of you who don't know what's going on with the fog, I'm just giving you a brief rundown. So basically, what's been going on since people said they've been seeing like fog since like around Christmas time, like or a little after Christmas time. But like at first, people wasn't really paying attention to it because they were just thinking like, oh, it's a regular fog. It'll dissipate, like today or tomorrow within a few days. But people started being concerned. The fog never lifted. It's still there, and it's not fog. So what it is like if you go outside, you can't see particles. There's like literally particles coming down. It looks like snow or rain. If you're looking on your camera or like on your phone, you can see it. You can see like particles coming down. But if you looking with your naked eye, just looking outside, you can't see anything. You just see fog. You don't see the stuff coming down. But people were like, and if you look on the if you're looking at it through like your camera or like a lens, you can see flashes like of orbs, different lights, green lights, pink lights, yellow lights. And then I said, what in the world's going on? And it reminded me of, I don't know if y'all remember that Netflix series that came out. What was the name of that series? I think it was called, and this was like maybe like 7 years ago, because we used to watch this when we was in the States. I think it was called The Rain or The Mist or something. It might have even been called The Fog. I don't remember. But the premise of the series was that it was like the end of the world, and there was like a group of people who were like trying to escape. And every time it rained, they had to like hide. They had to like go underground or like go inside, because if you was caught in that rain and it got on you, you would die. Like it was something that was in the rain that was evil. If y'all remember the name of that series, let me know, because I forget what it was, but I remember we used to watch it. And it reminded me of that. And I said, okay. So I started watching more videos about it. And people are saying that when they're going outside into this fog, that they're getting sick. They're getting sore throat, fever, nausea, low energy, tossing and turning, they can't sleep, fever, chills, like flu-like symptoms. And then there was people are posting this from all over the world, not even just in America. People in the UK are posting it. One lady, she even showed a video of her car. The stuff got on her car, and she wiped it up. It was black. She can literally take her finger and wipe it on her car. She had just washed her car, and it was black. And there was another lady who pulled out her HVAC filter. She said she changes her filter once a month. And she pulled it out. When I tell you the thing was as black as his shirt, and she said her filter has never looked like that. Normally it's just like, some little some particles and stuff on there, but it's never like pitch black like that. So I started thinking like, this is what God was showing me in a dream. Like this is the beginning of their system, the beginning of the end. And then let's couple that on top of the fact that
The Mist.
The Mist. I think that was a Stephen King, or was that the Netflix movie series? Now there's also orbs and UFOs, UAPs in the sky and drones in the sky that they're not explaining what it is. But I believe that they know what it is, because if they didn't know what it was, they would have shot it down already. Y'all know how the American government is. They don't, if they believe it's like an enemy or something they don't know what it is, they're gonna shoot first and ask questions later. So by the very fact that they haven't shot these things down, that lets you know that they know what it is, and it's something that they can't control. It's outside of their control. You want to jump in?
No.
Okay. So all this stuff is going on, and I was about to say something else. I just lost my train of thought.
They shot it down.
Not only that, there was another video of, now all this fog is going on. You can't even see anything. Like there was a plane. It was another video. There was a plane that was landing, and you couldn't even see the plane until it landed. Like the plane was in the air the whole time. You couldn't even see it. A big, huge plane. And so that's how thick the fog is. And there was one more video I saw. And there was a guy who was filming something. He was like, something was rattling in his trees. And he had this big old tree in his yard, and something was like tearing the limbs off, tearing whole tree limbs off the tree. And then all you see, like in his camera, is two eyes, like two yellow eyes. So there's creatures out there in the mist or whatever it is.
That one.
Yeah, I saw that one. And I believe they're rounding people up. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but that's what I was shown in my dream. And what better way to round people up than that? you can't see what's going on. It's complete fog. It's complete mist. You can't see anything that's going on. So I should have said a disclaimer before I got started on this. This is not to scare anybody. But we have to have real conversations, because when creatures and troops and stuff start showing up, people need to know what's going on. Because listen, I'd rather be scared and terrified now and know what's going on than to be caught unaware. And that's God's grace. That's God's love to warn you about something before it happens. But
You telling your story.
I'm done.
Oh man, you just take heed. Take heed, guys. We over here because of a dream that she had, and because of a vision that she got a few years ago before we started this thing. So you have to take heed to the many different prophets, women of God, men of God that's being sent to give messages and give understanding to what's going on in the world right now. It's crazy times. People are dealing with and living in that mist of fog, whatever you want to call it. But you have to take heed to these type of warning and these messages. It's not just to come on here, like she said, to scare you guys or cause fear or invoke fear into anyone. We just want to share what's been laid upon her heart and our hearts in order to warn our people. Appreciate the donation, brother. Pata? Is that right?
Mbangu. I don't know.
Pata. I hope that's right,
Don't
man.
let me lie.
Yeah, but we appreciate the donation, brother. But yeah, we just want to, shine light and just speak what's laid on our heart. We usually don't come on like sporadically like this, but she felt it on her spirit to come on here and let you guys know, like now, like, okay, no, it's imminent. Like things are really happening now. And it could be scary if you don't have faith. That's why we say you got to keep walking in faith and keep trusting what God has for you. Even though it may be foggy and misty, there's ways to strengthen your immune system. I heard people are getting sick from it, things that when they breathing the stuff in, whatever it is, people are coming down with sicknesses and everything. So strengthen your immune system if you're going to still be in that environment. If you see that the stuff is going on around you, make sure you're taking your vitamin D, make sure you exercise, and make sure you're keeping yourself strong so that you can withstand whatever it is. Like we know that there's weather modification going on. They've already openly admitted this type of stuff. They tell us that they're messing with the weather. They're doing things in the sky. They've shown that they are boldly professing it and letting us know what they're doing. So we have to take the necessary precautions to protect ourselves as a people. We have choices. We have different ways that we can protect ourselves. We don't have to continue to just walk into the herd like sheep and just walk into what they're doing for us. You have the option and the choice. I know it may not feel like it. You may think that there's only one way to go, but you have options. You can strengthen yourself and you can really turn your back to what's being trying to be spoon fed down our throats. So, it's not anything to be fearful of. It can get scary, it can get dark, but keep your faith and you'll get through it. If you're one of God's chosen children, if you're giving your life to Christ, if you trust in Him for your life, for your journey, you're going to be okay through these times. This is just a warning for you to be able to position yourself and strengthen your mind and strengthen your faith for what's coming.
Yeah, and one other thing I want to say, and Yah has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. These beings that are in the sky, and this is crazy. I know somebody like this is just crazy to me. Like this is the craziness, like that they're even doing this, but this is real. These beings that are in the sky, that are in these orbs and the fallen angels, I believe it's a mixture of different beings up there. I believe it's fallen angels, Nephilim, and different demonic spirits that are in these orbs. And I also believe that there's drones as well that are spraying chemicals. They're either trying to cover up what's going on, they're also trying to make people sick for another pandemic. And they're also rounding people up because these beings need to feed. And again, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but they require blood. Okay, they require sacrifices. So it's it's easy for them to do nefarious things that people can't see, right? And it's also easy for them to do stuff if your immune system is weakened. It's easy for them to put people on lockdowns if there's strange chemicals, there's things in the sky. That's an easy way to say, oh yeah, we just gotta lock it back down again. If you've been paying attention to what's going on in China, they're basically having the whole thing that happened with the Rona back in 2019 is happening all over again. It's a mass hysteria in the hospitals. They're saying, oh, there's this many cases of H1N1 bird flu. There's this many. It's the same story all over again, but this time it's going to be much worse. Yeah. Because now they're spraying stuff in the air, and this is over whole entire countries now. Y'all have to be very serious about this. They are rounding people up, y'all. I don't know what they're doing with people, but I know it's not anything good. And I know that these beings require blood. So just make sure you're being careful. Like, don't try not to be alone, especially at nighttime. If you're going to work, go to work and go back home. This is not the time to be outside, partying BS and whatever they be saying. It's not the time to be partying. This is not the time to be trying to go to events outside, to just be engaging in the things of the world. This is the time to stay focused. Go to work and come back home. That's it. Yeah. Only take care of essential things. Make sure you're stocking up on food and water, because things are about to go. It's already going down. Yeah. And like even like with answering the door, like don't be just answering the door for people. Like if you have a peephole or a camera, like look on that first. If you're not expecting anybody, don't answer the door, because these beings are very crafty. And I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. So this is crazy times we living in, y'all. But we have to be realistic about what's going on. This is not normal. None of this stuff that's going on is normal. This is all stuff out of a sci-fi movie. And the crazy part is they told us everything they were gonna do. Yep. Just go back and start watching the Stephen King movies, Star Wars, all them sci-fi movies. Just go back and watch that. That stuff is real, y'all. Like none of us knew that it was real at the time. We just thought we were being entertained. But guess what? God doesn't do anything unless God doesn't let anything happen on this world unless he first reveals it to us. And so what better way for the enemy, even the enemy has to follow that rule too. He has to also reveal things to us. So he's going to do it as entertainment. He's not going to come out and say, hey, I'm planning on killing like, a couple billion, a couple million of y'all with these chemicals. No, he's going to put it in a movie and they're going to say, well, I told them. They thought it was a game. Yeah. They didn't take it seriously, so take this stuff seriously. Begin to make your exits if you can. If you have the means, if you have the funds, go ahead and start getting out of there, because the wheels is about to fall off. We know the election inauguration is coming up. I don't know that Trump is going to get into office. I'm not very confident that he will get into office. The powers that be don't want him in office. And they're doing everything that they can to prevent that from happening. So we know that in the case that he doesn't get into office, that's going to erupt into a war, because MAGA supporters are not going to take that lying down. Yeah. They're not going to take that on the chin. Yeah. So there's so many things that's going on, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard about the U.S. Treasury was hacked by China yesterday as well. So there's just so many different moving pieces. And this is the perfect time to escape out the back door. While the foolishness is going on, go ahead and get out of there if you can, And I believe that those who can and those who are in right standing with the Most High, and you repentant and you have a pure heart, he's going to make a way for everybody. Just look at the video that Tim just did with Samson. Samson is 22 years old. He came over here with $400 and he's still here. You've been here for how many months, Tim?
4.
4 months.
Almost 4.
Found him a job twisting hair at the salon. At the dreadlock salon, and he makes jewelry. So there's a way, y'all. We didn't come over here with much money. We had $8,000 to our name and a baby, and we still here 4 years later. We haven't been back to the States. So it's doable. Don't feel like you need to have $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. As long as you have a plan, if you get you some land, you'll be good. Get you some land, and you can build on the land. You can eat off the land. You can build your house off the land. You can even set up a tent. Set you up a platform where you off the ground and put your tent there. It's not going to be like super comfortable or what you're used to, but it's doable. Get you some solar panels and everything, and then you build your house from there. So
you said to go black interview. That's a long time ago.
also, and I'm not. This is not to promote my stuff, but the Most High told me to say it. I have a class, a course as well, where I teach people about herbalism. I have one module that's dealing with pandemics specifically. And I might actually just make that just on its own for something just for people to get if they don't want to take the whole course. But look into natural remedies and take your take courses, familiarize yourself with these things because they're trying to wipe out like almost like pretty much the whole population of the world. I don't know if y'all familiar with the Deagle report or even the Georgia Guidestones, where it talks about they basically want to get it down to like I think like what 500 something crazy, a crazy number. Like they want to like basically wipe out like 80 to 90% of the world, and they're doing that, guys. Poison in the food, poison in the water. Now they're poisoning the air, and a lot of people thought that they were going to be able to bug out. They were just going to be able to grow their fruits and vegetables in the backyard and just ride it out. But they're spraying chemicals everywhere, so that stuff is getting on the stuff that people are growing. It's also getting on the cattle. If you keep your animals outside or in the barn, they're breathing that stuff in too, and so now you're going to be eating poison vegetables and poison meat. So guys, the walls is closing in.
Yeah. And Bill Gates actually said that the next pandemic will be this year.
In 2025. He did say that.
2025. Yeah. So he
told us.
He had something to do with the other one. And now he's saying that there will be another one in 2025. So guys, it's real. It's real out there. You got to be strong, have some faith, and really make sure you're on the right side of things and taking care of yourself during these times. Now, don't have fear. Don't let it cripple you and think that you can't move forward and do what you need to do. And somebody said, my question is, why is the Most High allowing this? I think it's judgment, in my opinion. I think it's judgment that's going on right now, and things have to go this way in order to cleanse the earth too. Like some people have to really what we dealt with as a people in that environment. The chickens has to come home to roost. Like you can't continue to just have a thriving system with the blood of our people at the bottom of it. So something has to come for if the Bible is real, if God is really in control of things, things do have to change at some point. It has to go back to its rightful owner. It has to go back to the rightful way that things are supposed to be going on. So judgment is here and now for all of the Western countries.
Yeah.
And they're trying to hold on tight for control and power. But as we see, it's written, like things have to fall. You can't continue to just bully the entire world and think that you're gonna continue to just walk around freely. No, things have to change. We have to stand up as a people. We have to really get in our rightful positions and speak these things to truth. Speak the power that we have within us and call these things out. Even though it may seem scary, even though it may seem, difficult to say, you still have to speak the truth and keep it real and use your voice as a beacon for the Most High. We can't continue to just go along to get along in this system. Yeah, you may have a good job. Yeah, you may be connected to some good white people. But overall, we cannot forget history and forget what we went through as a people, what our ancestors had to fight through, what even Christ had to fight through it. Like we can't neglect that part of things. Yes, we may be connected to some real good people now, but at the end of the day, what has happened over the past 400 plus years to our people as a whole, somebody got to pay for that.
Yeah, and I need my money.
Every last bit of it. So yeah, that's what we got to stand on, and we got to continue to be bold in that and have the strength to stand strong on what the Most High put within us as a people. All of us have this fight within us, but a lot of us have to lay it dormant because of the system, because of our jobs, because of our connections, because of what's going on. But Jacob will be protected by the Most High.
Of course, definitely.
Always. So we can't live in fear anymore of thinking like, oh, they got everything under control. As you see, BRICS is in control now. BRICS is actually like taking over things are changing. The guard is changing as we speak. So you have to stand in your position, stand up for yourself, stand up for your family, stand up for your people, so that we can mobilize and do what we need to do as people. Let them fight. Let them tear their walls down. Let them judgment reign the way it's supposed to reign. But as she just said, sneak out the back door.
You got to get out of there.
Man, you got to.
Yeah, and I want to touch on two things. First thing is you mentioned about judgment, but when people hear judgment, they automatically think of bad. But judgment can be good or bad. Like when you go before a judge, he can judge something good for you. He can judge that somebody.
Brother Robert, appreciate it.
So judgment is going to be judgment is here, which is good. So good judgment for those of us who are living righteously, for Jacob, for Israel, for true Israel, not people who's playing around, slandering, gossiping people. You're not going to partake in any of this stuff. But for those of us who are righteous and on the right side of things, judgment is going to be in our favor. We're going to be getting our reparations. We getting our land back. We getting out of there. We going back to our homeland. Like this is a great time for us. This is the best time to be alive. But the thing about it is something is going to be required of you. You're going to have to move. You're going to have to exit. You're going to have to exodus. You're going to have to gather yourself up and take a leap of faith and walk by faith in that pitch black, on that dark path where you can't see nothing, where you just feeling your way. That's what's going to be required of you. But guess what? He's going to provide for you, just like he provided for our ancestors when they left out of Egypt. Think about it. The greatest army in the world was right on their back. Right on their back. They could almost touch them. And they got to a whole sea. Nobody can you can't pass over a sea. You probably can't even swim. But so far, he parted the sea. So think about what he did for our ancestors. He's doing the same thing for us, y'all. He's doing the same. He's making a way of escape for us. We're not going to be walking through the sea, but we getting on planes, buses, ships to get out of there. That's the way he's making for us. And so the judgment is going to be good for us, and it's going to be bad for our enemies. It's whole cities have been sank. Our cities, they sunk our cities, y'all. Filled it up with water, and it's at the bottom of the ocean right now, with all the blood and the money and the things that of our ancestors just under the sea. Yep. Like you don't think that and the blood of our ancestors is soaked breeding farms where they made us produce hundreds of babies until we died. Sleeping with your parents, making people sleep with their parents, eating people. There's a book called The Delectable Negro where they literally had a sick fetish to eat, barbecue us like we was pigs, roasting us on the spit and eating us, y'all. You don't think that judgment, something nefarious like this, is their rightful judgment? Yes, that's good. But y'all need to get out of there, get out of the way, move around.
Yeah, move around, clown. I mean to call you clown, but yeah, somebody used to say that. That's a quote I used to hear. Move around, clown. But yeah, you gotta move around. You have options. We have choices, but you gotta move. You gotta not be afraid to go into the wilderness. You gotta go to that wilderness so that you can get purged, so that you can heal, so that you can gain a better understanding and a deeper understanding of these things, and just go through the process. You have to. That's the only way for you to be able to heal and get into where you need to be as an individual and as a family. Don't be afraid of going into their wilderness and walking through that process. It's gonna be tough, and we're not saying it's easy. We know it's hard, but we went through it, so we can hold people accountable to walk through it themselves because we took the steps and the necessary precautions in order to get to this spot. Even though we still walking, there's still some healing. It's not just 4 years and you heal. No, there's still work that needs to be done in year 4. So this wilderness ain't no joke, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
It's better than staying over there with everything that's going on. And Pastor Darby, and when we end this live, I want y'all to go watch Pastor Darby's video. It's called Judah. It's almost time to go. Yeah. And in that video, this was years ago. He was saying, look, it's almost time for us to get out of here and go back to Africa. So I know a lot of y'all respect Pastor Darby and y'all know about his ministry and everything. So go ahead and check that out so you can get yourself some encouragement and some knowledge as well.
Yeah, we'll tag it in this video in the description box for those who can't find it. So you can watch that in the description. Go get it from the description box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was you got anything?
Yeah, during these times, y'all, it's time to man up and woman up and stop being petty and messy and deceiving and liars and backstabbers and haters and gossipers. It's time to stop. We got a limited time. We got a limited window, and we have a great opportunity to do something for our families and for our people. So the Most High is not going to be pleased with those who aren't doing things in decency and order. Like if you have an issue, go talk to your brother and sister about the issue. Go face them man to man, woman to woman. However you feel, tell them, talk to them about it. We don't have time to continue to be gossipers and petty people and negative betties, negative entities. We don't have time to do that. It's time to stand up and time to get in our rightful position because the Most High is judging the world right now. And it starts with Jacob. It starts with us first. So if we're not doing things in decency and order, he might take us up out of here. If you're not doing things properly, if you're not standing in your role properly, if you're doing things wrong, you're gonna get yours. So
yes, you will.
You got to step up and take advantage of these opportunities. Take advantage of the knowledge that you have. If you understand what we're talking about, if you feel the conviction from the Holy Spirit right now, take advantage of that and walk boldly in that, and don't take that for granted. I said that on the last live. Some people are lost right now. Some people don't even understand and can see and know what's going on in the world right now. But you can understand, you can see, you can feel, you know what's going on. So take advantage of what you know and what you have an understanding of and walk in that boldly. Stop allowing the negative spirit, stop allowing the low level things to hold you back from walking in your gift and your calling to elevate during these times. They may say and have a lot of things going on. The world may be going crazy, but if you have your peace in the Most High, if you're walking with Christ, you're going to be okay. You're going to be good, but you just have to focus on that. Don't allow what the world is saying to get you fearful and have you operating in that low level of fear. Walk in your power, walk in your boldness, and walk in the understanding that you have of this word, of these times, and of the power that we have in us as a people. You got to walk in that. But yeah, that's all I want to say. You?
Yeah, Pastor Omar. Yes, we we met him actually. When he proposed to me at Pastor Darby's conference. What was the name of that conference? Negro Land.
Yeah, Negro Land.
Negro Land in Florida. Pastor Omar was there. He probably don't remember us, but we shook his hand. Him and Bishop Danny Coleman. But yeah, guys. Man, I don't know what else to say. That was it. I wanted to share my dream with you guys, and I wanted to let you know like the times that we're in because I asked and he answered, and I have to warn my people. We're like the watchmen on the wall. We have to warn our people because if not, it's gonna be on our hands, and I don't want nobody's blood on my hands. I have to be obedient to what I was told and what I was shown. And the evidence is there. The only way you can't see it is if you want to willingly put your head in the sand and not see what's going on. All you gotta do is look up, and you'll see everything you need to see. Yep. So guys, make sure that you're making your calling, your election sure. Make sure you're making your plans, and not this past the time to be making plans. It's now time to execute, on the plans. Again, we're not trying to sell any services, but we do offer after repatriation consultations. If you need help, book the consultation, but you don't have to. You can literally go through our videos. We've done so many lives. We've done lives on how to repatriate successfully, keys to repatriation, Africa live Q&A, access anything about Africa. We've done so many videos giving y'all free information on how to get over here. But if you want to talk to us directly, we have that as well. But you do have to pay us because we have a lot of stuff going on. It's only right. Don't muzzle the workforce, and the workman is worthy of his hire. We can't just sit on the phone with people all day. Then what are we going to live off of? Air?
Thank you for the donation, the journey of it all.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank
it.
y'all. So but like I said, there's free information,
Yeah.
free game, all on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I
just was blessed with a quote today.
Go ahead.
The what is it? The content is free, but for the time there's a fee. The content is free, but for the time there's a fee. And you gotta respect that. If you don't respect that, it's understandable. Just watch the content.
Yeah.
Yeah. With all due respect.
Yeah. With that being said, I think that's it, pretty much it. Love y'all guys, and just make sure that you're doing what you need to do as the Most High leads you to get you and your family to a place of safety, because the wheels is falling off and judgment is upon America and the Western nations. And if you're still there when judgment comes, God is not going to stop the judgment because you're still there.
Yeah.
He will protect you if you're in His will, but you're going to be going through a lot, So, like I said, this is not to scare anybody, but this is just God. God warns who He loves.
Yep.
So take it as a message of love and not one of fear.
Yep. And somebody said, what if you're in a wheelchair and not able to get out? You can get out in a wheelchair.
Yeah, it's people that came over in a wheelchair.
Yep, they got helped at the airport. Someone was at the airport and pushed them all the way to their flight. And when they get on the other side, somebody gonna help push you. And you can hire somebody to help push you around too if you don't have any immediate family.
They will
come with you.
Gladly hire a local Tanzanian, and they have no vans, the big black vans where they can fold the seat down and wheel you into or pick you up and put you in the wheelchair. So yeah, it's definitely doable. We've actually seen 2 people come over here in wheelchairs, old people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, don't let anything stop you. Don't let anyone get your mind off of this process. Get this off this journey. If this is what you're called to do, keep your faith and keep the shalom peace as you walk down this journey, as you go down this path of the unknown, of uncharted territory. Just keep your faith and trust what the Most High put within you, and lean onto that when things get dark and when things look like they're not going to come together. So, yeah, we don't want to scare you guys. We just want to keep it real and bring forth what we feel led to talk about. So we hope this is edifying. We hope we was able to shine some light and give some understanding on what's going on right now, what you guys are experiencing with the mist, the fog, or whatever they calling it right now. So strengthen your immune systems. Get the knowledge that you need in order to continue.
Some herbs.
Go ahead.
Herbs you can take to strengthen your immune system, guys. Elderberry, garlic and honey is really good. That's almost like a penicillin shot, a natural antibiotic shot. Fire cider, you can take that as well. Oil of oregano is really good as well. Make sure you're also putting, besides intaking stuff internally, make sure you're topically putting stuff on your skin, because your skin is your largest organ. So if you have natural vapor rub or like eucalyptus or mint oil, rub that in with some coconut oil, rub that on your skin before you're going outside, rub it up underneath your nostrils, put it inside your nostrils, especially if you're going to be breathing in that stuff. Wear a mask. And I don't even like telling people wear a mask, but they're spraying stuff in the air, so definitely wear a mask if you're going outside. Put that vapor rub up underneath the mask before you go outside, and go outside if you need to. But make sure you're doing that, making sure you're staying hydrated, drinking your water, drinking your herbal teas every day. Nettle tea is good for people who have allergies. Really, it's probably going to be good for everybody to drink that now, because I don't tell them what's in that air. Stinging nettle tea is really good. Yeah. What else?
Fire cider.
Yeah, I said fire cider already. Those are like the main things I think of off the top of my head. I can think of a lot of different things, but those are the main things you can take.
Yeah. You can put the onions on the bottom of your sock.
Yes. One thing I do a lot is I'll take the onion and chop it up and put it by my bed. Well, I usually do it by my children. I put it by their bed, like if they're feeling sick or they have sniffles or something. And usually, like in the morning time, they're feeling good. Or you can take it and put it in their sock. Take a slice of an onion and put it in their sock. There was actually a study in the 1918 when there was the Spanish flu pandemic. There was a hospital, either one or two different hospitals where they had actually put the chopped up onions by the bedsides of patients, and those patients fared like so much better. They recovered so much faster, and most of those patients didn't die who had the onions. So definitely employ onions. I would just start making that a regular practice. Just keep onions throughout your house, chop them up, especially when you go to sleep at night, so you can breathe that stuff in. Um, but yeah, guys, there's a lot of things we can do to make sure that we're in tip top shape. Make sure you're working out as well, exercise, staying fit and active as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So yeah, guys, thank you for your time. We hope this is edifying again. And yeah, if you're trying to figure out how to come over here, we do help with that. We offer consultation. Go ahead.
Somebody said, do you have any recommendations for herbs that help with asthma? Yes, I do. So there's an herb called mullein that you can take, mullein. Mullein is really good. Believe it or not, tobacco was one of the early medicines that the eclectics used, and the Native Americans actually used tobacco before it was demonized. There's nothing wrong with tobacco. Um, you can also use tobacco. Now, the tobacco they grown in America is GMO. But if you grow an organic tobacco, they used to use that as well. A lot of these herbs that are used for asthma, you can actually smoke them, or you can burn them and inhale the vapors of them, and that helps with lungs. Also, rubbing eucalyptus and mint oil around your chest and your lung area is really good as well. But mullein is really good. I would do that because the tobacco, you don't know if what they doing to it. So stick with mullein, which is good for asthma.
Hmm?
But yeah, I also offer herbal consultations. So if you guys want to speak to me about any conditions that you're dealing with, I can come up with a tailored plan, which will consist of herbs for you to take, dietary changes, modifications, as well as lifestyle changes for you to take as well. And I type it up after we have our consultation. I type it up, send it over to you, tell you where exactly you can get everything from, and then you just follow that regimen.
Yep. And get yourself to healing. So yeah, guys, she does the herbal consultations, and I do the repatriation consultations to Africa. For those who are interested, I will sit on the phone with you for 1 hour, answer all the questions that you have in order to help you and your family come over here and make a smooth transition. So if you're trying to come over here and get one of those done, make sure you book a consultation so that we can help you guys out. And thank you guys again for staying tuned and watching this all the way to the end and being with us right now if you're on the live stream or if you're watching this on playback. Like I said, I hope this is able to edify you guys and we are able to give you some information to help you move forward on your journey as you're healing, as you're detoxing from the Western world and the society we've been forced to live under all this time. We hope this was able to help you, and we just are grateful for the opportunity and we're grateful for your time and your attention. So as you go forward on your journey, keep the shalom peace, take this knowledge and do something with it and keep yourself covered and protected as you come over here to Africa or as you stay over there, unfortunately. So just move with wisdom and continue to shine bright for what the Most High gave you to do, okay?
And share this video as well, because a lot of people need this information as well.
Yep. So yeah, thank you guys for your time again, and y'all keep the shalom peace and stay focused. Don't let these people pull you off your journey. Stay away from negative people. Stay away from the gossipers, the complainers, the haters, and the people that got the wrong mindset on the low levels. All right, y'all stay focused out there. Shalom.
Peace.